My delegation is also here on a mission to seek your understanding of a different matter. And I hope you will forgive me if I speak briefly on that as well. And then I will ask my colleagues to introduce themselves so you see the range and diversity of political opinion that has come to Panama to convey this message. We have a 7-member delegation which covers 5 political parties and represents all parts of the country. And what we are trying to do is to go to a few countries in this region. The Prime Minister has sent smaller delegations to other regions as well. The idea is to explain to you our perspective on the recent events in our country and to seek your understanding for not just what we did, but what stand we have taken and the very helpful role that you have played in the Security Council. And we certainly hope that your instructions to your ambassador will continue to be to show understanding for India's position. We know that Panama, indeed the President of the National Assembly said this already, has consistently stood against terrorism. Terrorism should not be a resort of attempting to address international disputes. If there are problems, there are other ways of dealing with them. Sending terrorists across the border is simply unacceptable, and that should be made clear. We should go after the perpetrators, the killers ourselves, and we will do so. But those who give them safe haven, those who protect them, finance them, train them, arm them, dispatch them and guide them, they should also be held accountable. And increasingly, it seems to me, it will become inescapable for us to face this particular aspect of the challenge. And we certainly would like to seek your understanding.
Good morning, sir. As my leader, Shashi Prabhuji explained everything. Although you have supported our cause, and no world will encourage these terrorism activities, extremist activities, and we are suffering since long these things. And so many times we had meetings and agreements with the Pakistan, but he just take U-turn from what it has been decided. And again he is doing the same thing in different parts of the area. Sometimes in Bombay, sometimes here, there. And this has been very, very sad for us. So we have decided, the government decided, the government decided, we had all-party meetings across the political affiliation to tackle these things very rudely, very strongly. And we are, even after differences, we have supported the government to take external action as much as they can. And the government did it. And we did not kill any civilians. He will explain everything, but only pinpointed the culprits, and then our forces came back. And we have warned them, if they will do these things again and again, they have to see the same consequences. This we wanted to come here. And there are 7 delegations all over the country going on in different parts of the world. And to explain this. Thank you very much.
Besides the issue of counter-terrorism, which our chairman, Dr. Tharoor, has outlined, firstly, we express our deep gratitude to you, to the President, to the government of Panama for its unequivocal condemnation and unconditional support to India in this regard. From an economic point of view, if I may add 1 or 2 suggestions, the point about utilizing Panama to reach out through Mercosur to the Latin American markets in the areas of pharmaceuticals, in the areas of education is a very, very important point. And that's certainly something we will take home. 2 areas which I would like to speak about on behalf of Mumbai, and one is of course the maritime opportunity. When I came here in 2013 as a shipping minister, and I signed an agreement with my counterpart to share more information between India and Panama, because a lot of our ships are flagged in Panama, and we're also proud that one of the largest number of seafarers that pass through the Panama Canal are of Indian origin. But what's also interesting is that India has come of age in the last 10 or 12 years, especially when it comes to port management. And for the first time, we can confidently say that we have at least, I would say, 2 to 3 homegrown Indian global multinational port and terminal operator companies that are operating not just in India but around the world. And I see no reason why they would not be interested in investing in maritime opportunities all the way from a terminal to other downstream operations in Panama. That's also an interesting message that perhaps we can take home and facilitate the dialogue between Panama and India. The fourth business opportunity, which I think is of great significance, is our film industry and our entertainment industry is the largest creative services industry in the world. And the industry is increasingly looking at foreign destinations to produce these films, where production sets are overseas. And if the Panamanian government has some form of incentives, rebates, we'd be happy to take that back to the industry, where they could potentially use Panama as a region to produce and make these films, especially when it involves the beautiful scenery.
We have a special law, I will give it to you, Ambassador.
Fantastic.
With incentive.
We'd be very happy to take that back to the industry. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, and your entire leadership here for giving us the time this morning. You've already heard our delegation leader explaining in some detail about the reason why we are here. I just merely wish to add, and before that I want to just mention to you that I have a 36 years of diplomatic experience, and last I was ambassador to the United States. The main aspect which I wanted to just add to you is that as far as the leadership in India is concerned, the reaction, the entire response has been very mature. It's thought out, and I think terrorism is an issue which has global implications, and it touches us in a different way, and therefore Panama, being a Security Council member, needs to take a very serious view of that. On the second aspect, it's also connected, especially most of us countries are now focusing on the economic regeneration, and I believe there has pointed out some of the areas in which there is a lot of scope between the private sector, your country, and private sector in India collaborating together for the development. And apart from this, you have also mentioned about pharmaceuticals, about technology, IT, digital are all parts of it. So therefore we certainly look forward, and we take your message back that Panama is open for business. And I would only add that at some stage it may also be good to do a roadshow in India to make people more conscious about what are the openings and opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for having us here today. We're really grateful that, when you have shown your support with India with respect to the stand against terrorism. We have been facing it for quite some time. Every time we have tried to do a lot of diplomatic discussions and try to, bring it to conclusion. But with respect to Pakistan, we have not seen a similar response. And this time also, when they have, regarding the incident which has occurred in the Pahalgam, 26 people were killed, and it was 26 people in front of their wife and their children, with respect to asking them with respect to their religion, and they've been shot in the head. And this time India was like, we had only a single voice. That was, we are going to stand in all forms of terrorism. And we have retaliated, and in the retaliation also, we had carefully made sure that it was not an escalation, de-escalation. We have only identified the terrorist training locations, about 9 were located, and without any type of civilian disturbance or any sort of that, or the Pakistan military areas. We have only attacked on the terrorist training camps. And we have always been looking forward to, the other countries showing their support. And today we stand before you to give this explanation that furthermore, if any form of terrorism activity comes through Pakistan, we will definitely retaliate it. And we're very happy for you to show your support towards us. And thank you once again for having us here. So my name is Harish Madhu. I'm a member of Parliament, Lok Sabha.
Which party?
I'm from Telugu Desam Party, TDP. Andhra Pradesh.
We have national parties and regional parties, and this party is currently the party in the government of the state of Andhra.
I represent the state of Assam in the upper house. Assam is situated in the border of our country, which is surrounded by South Asian countries as well as Myanmar, and beyond that is China. So I think you understand the realities that a country can face when you have a hostile neighbor. Fortunately, till now we do not have hostile neighbor in my part of the country, but we have a hostile neighbor which is causing disturbance time and again, for which the recent one is killing of innocent people, tourists, in their holiday period, and that has been condemned by many other countries, including you. We are very happy about that. My delegation leader has already explained to you the situation, the background, and also the way ahead, what we expect from the Republic of Panama, and what in other cases, what Republic of Panama can expect from us. That has been already mentioned by other members. So I leave it at that, and thank you for having us here.
Good morning, Excellency. Thank you so much for having us here. I am Tejasvi Surya, Member of Parliament from Bengaluru, the IT and tech and startup capital of the country.
Bangalore.
Excellency, while members of the delegation spoke about what their cities can offer to India-Panama relation, since yesterday I have spoken to a couple of electric vehicle manufacturers from my city, because my city also happens to be India's electric vehicle capital. And like you are aware, the world over, especially countries that have electric vehicle two-wheelers on their roads, are greatly transitioning from their fossil fuel-based two-wheelers to electric vehicle two-wheelers. And Latin America is a very big market, and Panama can be an entry point for our electric vehicle manufacturers to enter the Latin American market. I am told today, when I sounded with a couple of them, that they're already doing some trials in Colombia, and they have shown interest to explore the opportunities that Panama can offer. I will take this conversation with our High Commissioner so that we can explore opportunities of how Panama can be the gateway to India's electric vehicle two-wheeler companies to the whole of Latin America. Excellency, if you would permit me 1 more minute, while we are all concerned and focused on taking our economic relationship much forward and strengthen it, we are, however, constrained to also bring to your notice the inevitable outcome, the impact of Pakistan-based terrorism, not just for our immediate geography, but for the whole world. I want to take this opportunity to bring to your notice that most of the terrorist attacks that have taken place over the last few decades that has emanated from Pakistan has not restricted itself to its immediate geography but has footprints all over the world. The 1999 hijacking of the Kandahar airplane was orchestrated by Pakistani agents. You are aware, Excellency, that Osama bin Laden was found in Pakistan's Abbottabad, where he found a safe haven. The 2005 London Duke bombings, of the 5 bombers, the investigations led to 3 of them being trained in Pakistan. The May 2010 New York Times Square bombing attempt, out of the 4 people who were apprehended, 2 of them were trained in Pakistan. November 2019 London, where 5 people were stabbed in central London, 2 of them were fatally, 2 of them succumbed to their injuries. A 28-year-old British national was of Pakistani descent and again was trained in Pakistan. January 2020 Paris attacks, an attempt to murder 2 people with a clever meat. This was again traced back to Pakistan. 2022, Excellency, there was an attacker with an armed pistol who took hostages in a synagogue in United States in Texas. The attacker, Malik Faisal, was again a Pakistani descendant. This is not an exhaustive list. The list goes on, Excellency. Iran, Sri Lanka, Paris. The point that I am trying to make here, Excellency, that our delegation through our leader is trying to make here, is that today it's an extremely interconnected world. And one nation's inaction against terrorism cannot be, or rather will be, a threat for all nations around the world. Panama today holds a very important position in the UN Security Council. We urge you humbly to please take cognizance of this very important fact about Pakistani terrorism as a global threat and support India's case. Thank you so much, Excellency.